Hey, Shalom.
Russian President Vladimir Putin says
Shalom. First off, I want to start by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash. All praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. Bashim in the name, Yahushua being the name of the only begotten Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, mercy to all polite. Preaching word and truth and sincerity on the Brother Charles about in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify and I want to make a response to this. We'll get into this, get some precepts. Lord will let's be all edifying.
this country is ready to use nuclear weapons if its sovereignty or independence is threatened. Putin says that Russia boasts a more modern nuclear arsenal than anyone else, and that the West is working on modernizing its own. But he said this doesn't mean the world is heading for nuclear war, and suggested that U.S. President Joe Biden's experience ensures that he understands the potential dangers of escalation. His comments come just days ahead of a presidential election that will see him reelected for the 5th time to begin another 6-year term.
Как вообще можно быть к этому готовы? Мы действительно готовы к ядерной войне?
Ну, с военно-технической точки зрения, мы, конечно, готовы. Они у нас постоянно находятся в состоянии боевой готовности.
See, he said that the missiles, are constantly combat ready. We in them days, man. We in them days, and all the playing, all the bullshitting, all this stuff that Jake been doing behind the scenes, selling prayers, all the Israelite merchandise. None of that shit's gonna save you, right? None of that shit's gonna deliver you from the days that we come into. And even now, when we see the drastic nature of the things that are happening, transpiring in the world, you have Jake that is still sitting there putting all their eggs in a basket of Babylon the Great, and this place is getting ready to be blown off the face of the map. Right? Russia is mentioned in the scriptures, so is America as Babylon the Great, the mystery Babylon the Great. Right? These things are mentioned in the scriptures for a reason. The Lord pulled these things out. And in these last days, everything's being shown to be evident. Right? In the scriptures, right? Let me get this one, man. This is Revelation 13:1. It says, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise out of the sea." Now that beast, right? Spoken of in Daniel. Right? Here it is, Daniel 7. Pull this up in a different sword. That beast that was raising out of the sea isn't actually talking about a creature, right? As Christians would try to have you believe. They always mysticize something and fuck up the meaning of it, right? Now, when you go back down to Daniel 7:35, it goes into the four beasts. 7:25, so like, yeah. It goes into the four beasts, right? I started 23, I mean. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. So that beast that's talking about in Revelation is actually a kingdom. Fourth beast shall be a fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all the kingdoms and shall devour the whole earth. And how does this beast diverse, right? Because I want to make sure I got this right. Revelation 13:1. Let me put these things in order real quick. I gotta go to the Apocrypha. I don't want to lose my places. Right. First Maccabees 8 and I'll go to 13 also, that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displace, finally, that they were greatly exalted. Yet for all this, none of them wore a crown. I gotta start up. You know what? I'll start here, right? Verse 14. It says, yet for all this, none of them wore a crown, or was clothed in purple, to be magnified therefore. Right? This is different. This is why I had to mention this. It says, moreover, how they had made themselves a senate house. This is how it was diverse. Every other rulership, it was a king, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered. And this is the same thing that's happening now. This is that fourth beast, that fourth kingdom that's diverse. It says, and they committed their government to one man every year, who ruled all their country, that they were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them. Right? This is how their kingdom was different, because like all other kingdoms before that, it was a king. There was a king's bloodline that had the rulership going forward. But this beast came up and ruled different, right? So when you go back to Daniel 7 and 23, it says, thus said the fourth beast, thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And that fourth kingdom is the revived Roman Empire, because at that time, right, the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire, they had risen, but they only ruled the known world. This revived Roman Empire, which is Babylon the Great heading it with NATO, a conglomeration of nations. And if you go back to Daniel 8 and read up some, it tells you about the pacts, the pacts that they would make to put somebody up, and who they would put them down, right? This is that revived Roman Empire, which is why they had the Treaty of Rome, right? Verse 24 says, and the 10 horns out of his kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, right? Going to the 10 first NATO nations, it says, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and shall subdue 3 kings, right? And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints, and Esau's doing that, of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and that's what they're doing right now. And they shall be given into his hand until the time and times and dividing times. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to be destroyed unto the end. You see, so we're in the time of that beast that's written of in the book of Revelation, in the book of Daniel 7, right? So we'll go back to Revelation 13 and 1. It says, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. That's the scripture that we just read. Those 10 horns are 10 kings, right? And upon the 10 horns, 10 crowns, and upon the heads of the name, it says, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. And the beast which was like unto a leopard, right? Going into Alexander the Great, he used to wear a leopard bust, right? A leopard skin. And they made a leopard bust for him, a statue, right? That depicts that. Look it up. And his feet were as the feet of a bear, right? Because the feet represented the end of a thing, right? Go to Daniel, the 2nd chapter. And his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave his power and his seat and great authority, right? NATO and EU. That's the dragon. That is the dragon. That's that draconian beast that great beast, and the horde that rides that beast is America. It says, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded unto death, and the deadly wound was healed, talking about the revival of the Roman Empire. And all the world wondered at the beast. Right? So this is that fourth kingdom that had that deadly wound but healed. It came in the same thing. That's why in America, all this Roman architecture here, but so-called there ain't no Romans here. Right? But we're at the end, in that bear, right? The feet of the bear, it's talking about Russia. Right? And they're talking about, what did they say? They said that those missiles are constantly combat ready. Right? This is Ezekiel 38. And I'll start at 2, and I'll jump down. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. When you go to that word, Russia, it goes into the word prince. That's the chief prince. Gog and Magog, that's what it's talking about, Russia. I'm going to jump down. It says, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou guard unto them. And this is what's happening. The Lord's putting those hooks into the jaw. He's turning Russia around, and he's getting ready for what? World War III. He's getting ready to burn this place off the face of the map. And all these heathen nations, through the BRICS nations, they're all getting the same armament. These deals are here. We're getting ready to see some shit pop off. Lord will, this stuff happen soon. Right? There's plenty of people that think it's a fucking game. Right? I got my woman's sister. Her husband's been in the military for, almost 20 years. And here it is. I don't know his combat experience or nothing like that, but here it is. We in a time of all hell popping off, World War III, and then they're sitting there telling they kids, yeah, join the military, big up in it, like it's gonna be some sweet shit. We have, man, that sweet shit, that getting a little bit of military money, that shit's fucking through. That shit's all through. Right? You get into the military now, man, you liable to go into World War III. You gonna die over there. We in the darkest of days. This is a beautiful time. Right? So the Lord said, right, that he was gonna be, let me get this. Here it is, Isaiah 25:11. It says, and he shall spread forth his hands in the midst of them, as he that swimmeth spread forth his hands to swim. Right? When you spread forth your hands to swim, what do? You stretch out that arm. You put that hand in a kind of like a flat cupping motion, so that nothing comes through it, right? And he shall bring down their pride together with the spoil of their hands. In the fortress of the high fort of thy walls shall he bring down, lay low, and bring to the ground, even to the dust. And that's how the Lord's going to come. Right? He's about to swat down this devil's entire kingdom, his entire way of living. Right? This place is about to be burnt off the fucking face of the map, man. Call all Yahweh Shai. Shalom.